All right, let's see. We are supposedly live. Okay. We are apparently up and running. We'll see if anyone hops in to watch. This is a kind of ad hoc, unplanned stream. But do sound off in the chat if you have any questions or want me to talk about anything in particular. Otherwise, we will be working on some PRs that I have in progress. I will never understand GitHub notifications. So this is a PR that's kind of deep. Yeah, this is probably good. So let's see. So overall, no, those aren't true. I don't think those are true. So yep. So I don't really like that these values are true, false, or nil. That's not the ideal modeling, but we also want them to be able to be potentially unset. So the feedback is reasonable if you thought we had reasonable booleans, but we don't. Let's see. This one is weird. It says Josh has okay, so I think we're done with this one. That's nice. Yeah, and we'll squash this. I don't think Nate only needs one credit, though he's done a very good job of reviewing. I don't think he needs double credit. Okay, then we have this one. And I think Nate had some good notes. Yeah, so we use Scrivener since way back in NervesHub, and it is a sort of outdated dependency that also does see a lot of development, and it weirdly breaks when building dependencies on a regular basis. I'm not sure why, but I keep having to sort of toast my deps and build directory to make the deps go. So everyone wants Scrivener out, replacing it with flop. I can't say I love what I did to make it work. For now, I just made a bug for bug compatible thing. For example, you can't page back to page 1. let's see. He's looking at. Yeah. This is nicer. Yes. Oh no, it has conflicts that must be resolved. Okay, we are hitting the code. So this name probably ought to be. Oh, I shouldn't fix that in the rebase. But now we should be able to fix that. Get devices by product ID, because we have this one as well. Okay, let's get device count. Never mind, we don't have to move it. Oh, rebase, let's squash it. Oh, phone call. Excuse me. Oh, where's the mute on this thing? Well. the volume. For the one person watching, which is hopefully not just me. If you are watching, do sound off in the chat. Supposedly, I will be able to see chat from all the platforms in Restream. So we'll try that. Yeah, so this is essentially a test stream, as well as just like getting back into the practice of things. And hopefully I can stream more of this type of work, because I think it's should be reasonably interesting for people. Let's whoa. Just make sure that nothing regressed that will get caught in CI, and I also actually need to look at the thing. I like, hey, whoever that is on LinkedIn, like, interesting. It just says LinkedIn user. That's less than ideal. I like to know the name of the person as well. I wonder how I can access my LinkedIn stream. Maybe there. Oh, it was Brian Hunt. Oh, hey Brian. Feel free to listen as much or as little as you like. So Twitch is saying I am offline, which is not the intent. Why does Twitch think I'm offline? So I'm live, but also offline? Did it make a 22-minute stream and then decide? I'm very confused. Oh, okay, there we go. And it says offline. I don't know why Twitch would say I'm offline. This is weird. Let's try flipping that one offline again. Still getting the hang of this restream thing. Will my Twitch go online? Please? Oh, could be that I'm sending too much for just Twitch specifically. Turn on off my Twitch for now, because I think YouTube is fine. LinkedIn seemed fine. All right. LinkedIn streaming. Weird. So login issue about making it nicer because it's not very nice, and that should let us wrap up this PR. I have one important PR that I hope we will be able to pass now. That I've done. Oh. Of course, this is conflicts now because things have been moving. Features channel. So this is the health feature for NervesHub, and it's kind of a big deal for what we want to do in the future with NervesHub. So, kind of keen to get that merged, and I think we're at the point where we can merge it now. There are some things that could potentially be improved or changed, but oh yeah, that makes sense. Pushing that back up. Let's see where we are. There's one thing I might want Josh's feedback on, but I'm also happy to sort of change or fix that later. I think Nate or Josh should probably approve this, because no one's approved it yet, I think. No. So, not quite ready to merge, but so close. So what this will do is to get all the metrics and health information and geolocation stuff into NervesHub and NervesHub Link. NervesHub Link is already merged, so that functionality is there. Yeah. So that'll be really fun to do. All right, I think that's it for the PRs I have in flight currently. I don't think I've been tagged for reviews. No. Okay, we might actually play around a little bit up until lunch or so. Then I want to play with something I wrote about a little bit just now, which is the Nerves Cloud kiosk. Oh, what's my last thing there? Yeah, that's probably fine. My diff? Oh, yeah, that. Yeah, I can revert all that. so that's for the idea for this thing is this device. So it has microphones, and I want it to be able to detect speech. So I'm going to be using something that Sean Moriarty did a post on, this blog post. Just using, it's called Celero, which is a voice activity detection model that I believe I have laying around. And I started a bunch of hacking on this. I'll just open it in VS Code. So I have this just hacked together script to see if I can get the model running and verify it. So I have, let's see. I have some raw audio, good.raw, that I suppose should be runnable. So and it's like dimensions don't match, yada yada. And I don't recall if I have the right thing. All right, I will just switch off my screen capture for a moment, and I'll track down a conversation I had with someone about this a while back. Just don't want to share all my conversations. Let's see. So there's all right, someone shared what seems to be the model I need. Let's try that. So let's see if this model is the right one. The Celero WAD model has changed. Oh, I'm a bit low on voice. Huh. Yeah, maybe I am. I'm not talking as closely into the microphone as I was. Hey, John Brand. Yeah, okay. I will talk a little bit closer to the microphone, and I'll remove some of my lowering of the voice. Okay. Hopefully this audio level is better. I'm trying to not peak and blow your ears out. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the chat while I was digging around for the right machine learning model. Alrighty, let's see if that runs. Dimensions don't match, something. Bytes per chunk. I wonder if I'm doing anything weird right now with the data. I don't recall what he did. I'm getting my chunks in a little bit of a different way than the original. An extensor, 16,000 types. If I just knew all of this stuff, but I just saw how much of a delay there is on Restream. I should probably use a sort of faster encode or something, because there seems to be a fairly long delay. But that's all right. This is the annoying bit. Like, there's so much I don't know about how to work this. I'm streaming, trying to build up. What is the N for? HNCN. He's not doing that. I don't remember what the N is for. Oh, that's just a counter. Okay. That's for my edification. So it's like dimensions don't match, inputs length. Input 48,000. Some none, some 64. God. Chunk size 100. Yeah, I'll go reference my chat a little bit again. See if there was anything in there that clarifies it further. Only takes 3 inputs, not 4. Oh, inspect the model itself. So it wants input that is float 32. That's not what I have. So I think I have the right version of the model now. But seems like it expects float 32 incoming, and I'm passing in S16, so that's, let's see, NX types. No, not NX TypeScript, NX Elixir types. So I'm just gonna do a bit of experimentation. Let's say F32. SR supposed to be an integer 64. And yeah, let's try it. So now the inputs are, the input tensor seems like it might be correct, but Hey, Albin. So the SR is just sample rate information, I guess. And that seems correct. What is the age and C? Because there's dimensions do not match. There's an F32 2x1 by 64. And two by nil by 64 F32. Same with C. I don't know how to interpret 2 by nil. But it seems like that might be correct. Correct-ish. So dimensions do not match. Nil, nil. I am quite confused by that. So this is just a tensor of the sample rate. How does he get age? From Kino, right? No, in its state. There we go. Does NX broadcast? And I'm doing the same thing. And there's still something here that's sort of nope. So is there a live book for this one? Because this is intended to run in a live book, I think. So let's make a new notebook. Grab all this. We have this thing over in expand. It's in my home directory /nerves cloud /nerves cloud kiosk Celervad likely. We do this part. Oh, I can break this out since we're just following along now. We do that one. We do that one. See how it goes. That was some cold coffee. Oh, well. room temperature. Yeah, I'm gonna switch my XLA target. System and XLA target CPU. I have an NVIDIA GPU in this machine, but I don't have the dependencies set up correctly, so I will avoid it. Oh. What are we doing here? XLA extension. Building something. Build the low NIF library for EXLA. That doesn't seem great. Doubt any of this will work, but maybe, not sure if it matters when we're doing the ONNX part. I don't actually know. But it's not a superb sign. Because it's like it downloaded the thing. And then it's gonna build some of that. Oh. It hit something CUDA related. Anyway. Well, we'll see how it goes. Compiling libvortex native. It's taking a minute. Well, it's taking more than 10 seconds is what it's saying. Building. Dang. No messages. Just taking a good while to build Vortex. You will need Rust for completion to succeed. Okay, so it is doing something where it builds a bunch of Rust stuff, which will usually take some time. Couldn't be more talkative about it, so I know what is actually happening. Oh, look at that. I am getting some logs. It's updating crates.io index. Dang, that's a lot. That's slow. Why is it so slow? Why is it so much? All right. How do you like my security camera lifestyle, by the way? I think it gives a nice vibe. Just needs more film grain, maybe some scan lines. It should draw boxes around me to indicate that I am a person. That might actually be something we hack on at some point. So, yeah, I've been trying to convince a company that works with security cameras for a while to do some of their stuff through Nerves, and so if you look at the EXNVR project, actually we can look at that while this builds. EXNVR. This is kind of a cool project. There's a company called Evercam that does a bunch of cool stuff, construction site cameras and so on. But they use Luxfer a fair bit, and they've built this NVR, which is a fancy way of saying camera management system. And they built that out in Elixir. So I have this set up so I can just start it up. Let's see, localhost 404, I think, yeah. So this is an Elixir version. This is the 4K stream, I think. Yeah, but I can get my recordings here. I used OnWiff to find the device, set it up. Yeah. I just have it streaming to a RAM disk, so I'm not actually saving the recordings of myself sitting at my desk. But yeah, it's a fairly full, it's a fairly feature-full thing. You can also hook in to detect vehicle plates and stuff, more related to their business, I guess. But yeah, I can do recordings. I can download clips. There's a bunch of stuff. Actually, I think I can also, yeah, I can just go, hey, there, and I want a snapshot of that. That gives me this lovely snapshot of myself. Yeah, it's a cool project. Yikes, crates.io index takes a while to update. Yeah, so they use Membrane. They use some of their WebRTC stuff. It's cool, and it is possible to get it on Nerves. It takes a little bit of doing. Well, yeah. Hope to see more of this and toy around more with this. I need to get a machine where I can just set this up to run continuously, because I do want to experiment with this camera. Probably, so we're building a greenhouse, and it would be kind of cool to have a camera keeping track of the greenhouse for various reasons of both fun and profit. I might use that as part of it, or rip some of the code at least. Oh, sorry. I lost track of chat, apparently. Restream seems pretty good. Not perfect, but pretty good. All right, well, we can shut down this scrolly thing. Whoa! It completed and then failed to build. Yay! Rustnif failed. Compile failed. Compiling because it requires Rust C. So I have an old Rust compiler probably. Do I have? I think I have Rust up. Like I never use Rust directly. It's just like sometimes I have depths that need it. So we update Rust. We'll see what happens. More downloading things. Come to my stream. Watch me download dependencies for hours. It's very accurate representation of software development, so I don't think you should be surprised. Let's see, Livebook XLA CPU. If I want to be very, very clear. My book. NX for CPU. I just want to make sure that it tries to use the CPU because I have a chance at the CPU. I'll find out if that works. The undefined NIF stuff bothering me. I don't think that will work. But all right, let's see. We are doing this part. So, okay, so if I allow recording, I can talk like this, and the voice activity detection will show when it thinks there's a voice, I guess. Tensor int 32, so that doesn't even work. Nothing works. It's all broken. So if we do that and this, and supposedly this, oh, sorry, that if that was loud, that's my bell to remind me to eat. So now it's downloading Whisper. We'll find out if EXLA works. Trying to run it on the CPU. Not trying to do anything fancy CUDA-like. Hey. Where's my mic? Oh, my microphone indicator is crapped out. I think my microphone is still coming through. At least I hope it is. I hope the browser didn't take all my audio and leave. No, I think it's just my level indicator is very, very struggling. Struggling a lot. Okay, so now we've loaded that. We've done that. So now we just record a bit of speech and we see if this works. And it's like invalid input, expect audio to be a one-dimensional tensor or numerable or file path, got tensor, yada yada. Okay. This Solero VAD thing will be the death of me. So the examples don't work. I wonder if, Sean has this Andres Alejos. I wonder, did they end up using Solero VAD here? Because it might be interesting to grab their mix lock, if nothing else, to make sure I get the same things dated. Because this is not working well. So this, so they're bad, blah, blah, blah. Doing roughly the same things as previously, I think. I mean, we can clone this project and see if it works for us. So this is very much just trying shit. If someone can please confirm that the audio is still coming through, because my OBS is not showing whether that's true or not. Hold on, I'll do a small test. Coming through because my OBS. Oh yeah, the audio seems fine. That was. Yeah. OBS kind of craps out sometimes, especially if you do weird things like I do. But it seems to be streaming fine. Live on Linux, sometimes. Let's see. Let's grab this. Let's see. We were doing XLA build, XLA target, something like that. XLA target equals CPU. No, I don't want to do all that. Yep, so downloading and doing all that. Then we can just run this. At some point I should set up my CUDA so it's properly set up again. What is nx.dev? Yeah, this is not ours. But I don't want an OpenAI API key. I don't care about any of that. I just want to know if the WAD stuff runs. Where does it need it? Okay, 6th generation provider. Generic. Bumblebee. I don't want to futz around with generating text. Come on. This is not what I want to do. All right. But if I check the mix lock of this, compare it to this, Unix version here is 0. Blah blah blah. Okay. Let's try something. So instead of just vaguely installing these, we'll try some very specific ones. It's Ortex, specifically 0.1.9. That's not how you do it. I don't care about which version of rec. Let's do NX 0.7. I think this is how you do exact versions. I pretty much never do. Compiling Rust, compiling Rust. No, still wrong. And it wants the inputs in float 32. I think this was S16 earlier, wasn't it? Something like that. Yeah, this is the frustration of trying to wire up some random model and not nearly understanding what you're doing, because it's like it wants these inputs. The dimensions being nil doesn't make a ton of sense to me. Bag. I don't remember what RestNet is. Okay, ImageNet. So it takes, should produce something like that. Okay. So F32 seems right. Dimensions do not match. Which dimensions? It's like inference input 216. So hold on, what's that? It should have the sample right there. Did I not pass that in? Yeah, I do. SR. This is an F32 and it doesn't say anything about the dimensions, I guess. Because I guess that's valid. Because it says empty. It says empty here. Makes no goddamn sense to me, but... Oh... Dimensions do not match. I don't know what the difference is for, like the inference input should be that. Examples. Now I'm curious how much video memory stable LM takes. Never mind, that's just an aside. So it's so odd. It seems like I'm doing the thing. To some people this would be like the problem would probably be obvious. But to me it is not. does this even mean? Like what does this mean? Blah blah blah. Also, I don't know which version of Zelervad this is. I just know it's an old one. It supports 8,000 hertz and 16,000 hertz. And this example is done to use 16,000 hertz. And I tried to do something clever with regards to how many bytes I grab. And even if my file here is actually borked, there's no reason why that should really matter. As long as I send enough binary in there. I should go have lunch. I have meetings after lunch. All right, gotta wrap this up, but I guess I'm gonna go somewhere and complain about why this doesn't work, because I do want this to get this working, because it seems really useful, and I think it could be really nice for some demos I want to do with this thing. But I gotta wrap up. Thank you anyone who watched, and I'll try to do this again sometime.